the search for Shri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. Srila Sridhar. This chapter is called Knowledge above morality. Knowledge above morality. So Srila Goswami Maharaj speaks. We have to approach the domain of knowledge with self-surrender, honest inquiry, and a serving attitude. This is the most important thing in devotional life, in Bhakti. If we want to approach the domain of knowledge, of spiritual understanding, self-surrender, making one completely dependent on the Supreme Lord. This is the most difficult thing. I think, and this is, next point is also very difficult. Honest inquiry and a serving attitude. Without the attitude of service, I want to please, I want to serve my Lord. It is very impossible to approach the domain of spiritual understanding or the approach of knowledge. We have to approach that plane with the mentality of slavery. So ordinary people would now think, they are mad, these people. We have to become slaves. The whole world wants to become master, the controller. And they want to develop the mentality of a slavery. Now, higher knowledge will not serve a person of lower status. If we want perfect knowledge at all, we will have to serve the Supreme Lord. He will use us for His own purpose, not that we will use Him. This is the difference. He will use us for His own purpose. Not that we will use Him. We may be subjects in this mundane world, but we will have to become objects to be handled by the super knowledge of that plane. This means self-surrender. That whatever the Lord may arrange around me, about me, I become a yes sayer. Yes, Maharaj. I'm not going against. You're the doer. I am yours. You may use me as you like. Most difficult thing. To say this in this world is a dangerous thing. If we want to connect with that higher knowledge, we must approach with this attitude. Pranipata means that I have finished my experience here. I have no charm or aspiration for anything in this world. Then there is Pariprasna, or honest, submissive, and humble inquiry with sincere eagerness, and not with a challenging mood. This is also very important. Nowadays, I experience newcomers, sannyasis even. They asking questions, they are in a challenging mood. They have not understood the attitude. They will never accept the saying of the pure devotees, because they build their own opinion, what is truth and what is not truth. So they still want to become master. This is still there. I want to become, I am the master. And I know better. And they take shelter in gurus everywhere. They support this. Don't go for these things. It is very dangerous. We will be bound to this material world and will not understand that there is only one who is acting or controlling everything. And we are just an insignificant part of this. So surrender is the highest possible process. We can understand this world and the transcendental plane. Pariprasna, honest, submissive, and humble inquiry with sincere eagerness and not with a challenging mood. Otherwise, perfect knowledge won't care to descend to us. Krishna is already full in himself. So we have to enter his domain only to fulfill his purpose. He can't be subservient to us, for we are tiny persons with meager experience and a conception of mean fulfillment. We cannot handle him. We can approach him only if we like to be handled by him. This is such a beautiful process, but we are not conscious. We think, I have to handle, or I am the doer, I know what is the best for me, and I want to enjoy in this way. So I don't want anyone to disturb my hankering for enjoyment. But it's just, this is the disqualification of understanding him, or coming in contact, or understand him. So we can approach him only if we like to be handled by him. So such a favorable environment should be created where real knowledge is to be cultivated. That knowledge is supreme and cannot be subservient to the mundane conception. The world of mortality, it cannot be subservient to the mundane conception. That knowledge is supreme. The world of mortality means mundane conception. It is Satchit Ananda. Sat means unassailable existence. Chit means consciousness. And Ananda means beauty and pleasure. So I must try to relieve myself of my present material miseries and inquire after a proper land where I can live happily. So this is another qualification. the loving search for the lost servant. Krishna is looking for those who inquire for the land where I can live happily. Having come to this conclusion, we will have to search for a person who is a bona fide agent of the higher world and consult with him about how we can be relieved from this present undesirable environment. In the Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, Tasmat Gurum Bhapatyate Jigyasu Shraya Uttamam Shabte Bareja Nishnatam Brahmani Upasramsayam. What is the conception of real good? And who is considered to be a bona fide agent of the truth? It is another very important question. Because if you choose who is a bona fide and who is a not bona fide, then definitely it is always dependent on what I want. I want enjoyment, and I find everyone who supports my hankering for enjoyment. This is the bona fide. This is a bona fide agent of the truth. Now, one who has knowledge of the scripture that has descended from the upper domain, who has theoretical as well as practical knowledge of higher truth, must be approached by a bona fide inquirer. So the one who is a bona fide agent of the truth, he has to speak the truth as he has heard it and he has studied it in the Shastra. And it is and had heard it from a bona fide master. This is this knowledge of the scripture that descend from the upper domain, who is theoretically, not only theoretically, as well as practical knowledge of higher truth. This is bona fide. Not only theoretical, you can read whole Bhagavatam. You will find thousands and thousands in India, professional Bhagavad readers. But they are earning their money with these things. They are singing very nice, very beautiful. They show shlokas, and then they go to the hotel and enjoy. This is not. This is theoretical knowledge. It will not help us. We may theoretically understand, but bona fide or real is one who has also realized it, who well as practical knowledge of higher truth. We must have realized practical experience of the higher truth. Such a person must be approached by a bona fide inquirer. So who is a bona fide inquirer? Not a showman who wants to become a showman. He takes shelter in a showman. So inquiry must be very sincere. More humble than a tree, as we heard before. Tolerant, more tolerant than a tree, more humble than a blade of grass. And give our respect to all living beings and don't expect anything, any respect for himself. This is a bona fide inquirer. For such qualified spiritual master can impart proper knowledge to the sincere student. In the Mundaka Upanishad it is also stated Yātikāñātam sagurum eva vikachet. Samitbanishtatyam brahmanishtam. In order to learn transcendental knowledge, one must approach a genuine spiritual master, coming in disciple succession, who is fixed in the absolute truth. In this verse, the word "data" means after this. When one's calculation is finished, he thinks, life is not worth living here in this world of birth and death, old age and disease. So this must be the conclusion of someone who is a bona fide searcher. I must have a better world in which to live, where I can live as a gentleman. At every moment, death is devouring everything. Birth, death, old age, and disease. All these troubles prevent me from fulfilling my ambitions here. I want something categorically different. At that time, taking the responsibility on his own shoulders without giving any trouble to the Guru, and at the risk of poverty, ill feeding, and so many other hardships. He will approach the Guru. It is a free transaction. Not that he will give something to Gurudev, but he will collect what is necessary for sacrifice, for education. At his own risk, he will approach the spiritual master. Is up to this. Is there any question or any comments?
You said in the beginning to Mohammed, when you smash the walls with the sledgehammer, you should beat the mind.
Nanda Gopal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You beat the mind like this, but what is the sledgehammer for the mind? To beat the mind. The mind is subtle. So what should...
You can anything whatever hurts you, your mind, you can use. As Srila Prabhupada said, yes. In the morning when you wake up, I don't know, either in the morning or in the evening, you take a... Yeah, you take your shoes and you beat your mind first. After you open your eyes, you start mentally take wooden shoes. And you beat your mind. As soon as he wants to say, hey, wait, I have important things, you beat him. I don't want to hear you now. And as soon as he says, oh, but, you beat him again. And before you go to sleep, I think a stick was there. You take a stick, and now my mind, don't speak. What, why not? Bang, you beat him. So everything is useful about this. You can also shot him. Yes, I used to do this. No, I did not shoot him. I was burning him. You know, I got this flame weapon. You know, fire. As soon as he come, I put and burned. You can use this is some way how to keep him silent, you know, keep him quiet. that your mind becomes clear. But I tell you one thing, if you're on this level where you're sitting, meditating, this is just you hearing stories. What did he tell? He tells you so many things. The slightest movement of the mind, you have to immediately bang it. Because whatever they may tell you, it is all belongs to this mundane conception. And it's just a question. Even he asks, sometimes it seems a spiritual question. You even beat this. Don't make your mind a guru, that he can tell you something. He will, in the long term, he will just separate you. It's like this. We have to go in finer, finer, finer. Not as long as we are hearing our mind, as long as the mind has get our attention, we are under the influence of this material plane. And with this mind, you can never approach the Lord or pure devotion. It's not possible. Whatever argument you may give, the Shastras give opposite. They will not support this. And the Guru Parampara is not supporting these things. Even it may seem spiritual. I just got 2 days, yesterday, before yesterday or yesterday. I was really shocked how in discussions can go in such an aggressive way, If one has not understood the slightest idea what is transcendent, what is spiritual, what is God, who is God, just imitating and becoming so much anger that whatever I say, whatever I try to, it enhances him more, and he is going, attacking. It is a very dangerous thing. Such persons they think they know already everything. They are already. So this attitude is exactly opposite as it is necessary if you want to approach the Lord. In other words, he wants to say, you are not qualified to tell me something. But this is bona fide, so I will not tell you anything what is not spoken, what he has not heard from his Guru, what is not in the Shastra. What we are speaking here sometimes is not understood clearly, but Srila Sridhar Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, our Gurudev, they're speaking from the other side, from the transcendental plane. But with the material mind, you cannot catch it. You think this is my opinion is like this. Whatever your opinion may, you cannot conquer God, or you cannot come near him if you have my opinion. My opinion is my Guru Maharaj's opinion, or Krishna's Maharaj. Because if one surrenders to him, he will not go take opposition. Something like this.
actually a very high position because
Sure.
it is a good master, you know. This is a very...
Why we are then going to serve? So be a slave of this material world. Be a slave of our senses. Be a slave of our mind. Be a slave of our family, our country, whatever. We are natural slaves. But here, you never call it slave. They think they are brainwashed. Maybe. It's good. A clean brain is very good. They say from themselves, they don't think they are brainwashed. But they are all the time, the whole day looking in and they tell them what to do. No, it's not brainwashed, it is brain contamination. This is the illusion, the Maya. We have to just see, we have to see both sides neutral. You know? If you want to become servant of God, then you never, I want to be a servant, I want to be the master. But what master you are here? You're always servant. You serve your own body. You're working very hard whole life only to satisfy your lusty desires or whatever desire you have. You're not a servant. You think you're the master. Never, they think opposite. This is not. This, at least to me, it sounds very clear. From nature, we are servants. This is our nature. We are not the master. There is already one master. And we are all servants of him. But if you don't want to serve him, okay, then you become the atomic master, and in your small world, there you can try to enjoy.
How much people can understand if somebody has, I don't know, secretly, how much they can understand? This thought will become like poison for those who want really experience of this world, to take everything from this world, to enjoy this world. This naturalist enjoy, but if you put some, really, how people can, how much can understand everything? They will become inner flesh.
Yes, it's like this. But there's Mahaprabhu brought the process. Even someone who is absolutely fallen in the deepest level of animalistic life, by chanting this powerful mantra, it can purify one, and one discovers, yeah, actually I am not enjoying in this world, I am only suffering. But my mind wants to say this, your life is very nice. Yes, I see, when, not yet anymore, I don't think so. But 50 years ago, 50 years ago, in India, I saw village people. I was living in village in Rameshwaram. There were no cars, 2 cars on the whole island. There was no bridge to the island. And so simple life, like thousands of years ago. Every day they go to the center of the village with the ladies with the big pots and getting water there. And the men go with the cows in the morning out to find some grass for them. Very peaceful atmosphere, very happy. Then I remember always the smiling of these people and the children. So natural, so pure. They had no money or something, living very simple in clay huts, with straw, and very simple life. And then after I come back here, and just on the airport in Delhi, I went back from Colombo, Sri Lanka, or also Delhi in later years then. It changes completely. You see there's hectic and children, when they laugh, it is artificial, it is not natural. They are not free. This is, and the people artificially try to, I think it is like day and night. And you see, when I went out here in Vienna from the plane, I thought I'm in hell, It's terrible. I come from a different world. If you get this vision, if you see this, then you must ask yourself, what is the difference? Or there's a difference. Nowadays, you see what happiness children have. They sit with 3 years, sit on the, what is this, PlayStation or something, they call it like this. Play, everybody looks at that 10 kids and also grown up. They all look in this thing and they feel not anymore natural pleasure or natural speaking between them, even becomes difficult. But it's all normal here. They are supporting this. They say this is happiness. This is advancement. It's not shock. This is not, for me, it was shock. I don't know what was there.
You spoke about Sukriti, how much somebody has Sukriti to understand.
Yes, by sadhu sangha, by chanting the name of the Lord sincerely, by seeing make such experience like I did by example. That was for me clear. This is not the world where I want to live. There must be something more. I have seen that Rameshwaram is one of a very holy place, Vaikuntha place. So I have seen people, I lived with them. And I got experience, practical experience. And in a span of 2-3 days coming back is a hell. For me, it was hell. So bodily conscious. But they were so pure, these people there. Anyway, this experience, this is also dependent on our past life, how much we advanced or how much we did. And everybody who is sitting here, it is not by accident. So we have done something that we can hear this and tolerate the speaking of. Sometimes. For me, this is pure nectar. For someone else, it may be when he stops, it's tiny prasad. So one can see it from both sides. In the same way you can see this world is a world of enjoyment, material world. But for the other one, it is hell. What is he saying? What for the wise man is day, awakening, is for those who are in ignorance, they go to sleep. And the opposite. When they awaken, then the wise, they go take rest. They are not entering this what we call life here. Well, today is already closed.
It's now 1 minute. 1 minute ago.
1 minute ago?
Yeah.
Oh my God. There must be very special Buddhists. Yes, any question more? We can. And next, this would speak about knowledge through sound. It's continuing this. How do we get a real understanding of, or we get understanding of reality in a real sense. Otherwise, we live in a world where we get cheated every moment. That is cheating.
Maharaj, you said that such an environment has to be created where such knowledge can be cultivated. What is it, where is Bhakti Goswami Maharaj referring to as such environment?
Environment?
Yeah, that such an environment has to be created where this knowledge can be cultivated.
Yeah. This is an environment here. If the Lord is properly, we care for him, not for a stone or for something. If we have understood, then this creates the environment. This is the environment. The sadhu sangha, harinam, properly gendered. So every impurity by chanting harinam, it will contaminate. Any selfish thing, it will be contamination in such an atmosphere. But we are not conscious yet of these things. But it is so powerful, it can be so powerful, because Krishna is so powerful. God is so powerful. So we have to always think that Gurudev is here, Mahaprabhu is here. If we do offense, then we will not understand, and the atmosphere will be contaminated. You think this, they had a family meeting. I forgot my, what is it called, nephew? The son of my brother visited us here. And also the daughter, Brenda and Tulasi, they had a meeting, and all their sons and their kids and so forth, they were meeting in my nephew's house, but they want to meet me. So I brought them here for Prasad. They were all, somehow now, they were all impressed. Even my nephew here now, he's a materialist. But he was really astounded. He wanted to come more often with his family. And yeah. But they cannot see it. But one of one daughter, she understood. She was living many years in India. Also Tulasi, she knows the basic. And despite their former life, they got some Sukriti. They feel attracted. So, according to our past life, we feel attracted to this or not. Depends. And we could remember our past life, we would understand that we are the same person and we have the same attachments we had in the past life. And we get a chance, because we did not make too many mistakes, we get a chance again. And like this goes on. Life after life, we cannot remember our past life. Most of us, I think.
Stolen, and they went in house of Guru Maharaj, and there was his nephew, of Gurudev's nephew. Then somebody was asking about Guru Maharaj, please you speak some. Then only one nephew was there, son of Gurudev's brother. And he thought, oh yes, Guru Maharaj. He was so strict. He was very powerful brahmachari. He was Ayurvedic doctor, very strict. But we remember when he left they could come nearby, but never in this place. But he thought he was very strict. He was Ayurvedic doctor. He was very powerful temperament.
It was in my case similar.
So when I saw him today, this came to me, this story with the Guru Maharaj. When I saw your nephew here.
Yeah.
I never saw him. I think when you was last time met him when he was in few years.
Yeah, no, he was a young boy, yeah. But he is now also almost 57. Huh? It's good. Yeah, it's like this. So he gets a chance with this age, we'll see what he is doing with this. Because he seems interested now, he becomes inquisitive. And we'll see. Everybody, we can decide. We can, according to our desires we have in this world, we can go on, fight in this hell for the great pleasure. One day I will really enjoy. Is this schizophrenic? One day with 50 or with 60 years, one day I will enjoy. This is not what you want to enjoy when you're like this Onassis. I don't know if you remember him. This Greek billionaire or something, yeah. He got married a young lady, not young lady, but he, Kennedy, yeah, the former wife of Money marries money. But he could only live laying in the bed the last years, you know. He could not even open his eyes, so they put something there that he can keep open his eyes, you know. What kind of enjoyment? He has billions of dollars or whatever. This is reality. In future I will enjoy. But what will be future? Even if you have billions of dollars, you have to die.
Like Harim Prabhu told that his brother-in-law was a very good doctor, and he had also friends doctor, but nobody could save him.
Yes, he was telling me, we were there, I have to be very careful, you know, that it's dangerous what I have, you know. And then I met him when I was in hospital. I met him on the corridor, you know, and he was happy to see me there, and he immediately recognized me. We were there in his, yeah. Then I heard from you not long time ago, no?
That was when we went to India.
Yeah.
Just before I was 2 days before I came. And
Yeah.
he said he was really finished. I brought one guy and he said, take me to India.
You see, even doctors die.
The next day he died.
Really, yeah. You brought him the garland? You see, Krishna merciful. But this is reality. There's not. If you understand how reality is, then you are not disturbed, because this is happened constantly. Every second, millions of living beings in this mountain world, they are giving up their body. In every second, millions take birth again in so many different life bodies. So this is Mrityuloka, it's called. It's the planet of death, where death and birth constantly goes on. And we have a short moment to live, and in this moment we are just making nonsense, being lazy, not trying to understand the thought. We are weird, we are acting and under the influence of Davagun, ignorance, because we cannot see. We cannot see. We see. They make the laws, this is good and this is bad. But everything here is bad. Yes? Because nothing will help you to survive. Anyway, this endless story. When the newspapers write, every day they write more or less the same thing. You know, this died, and this war, and this chaos, and so forth. In the spiritual topics also same. Spiritual topics you can write. There's never end. You know, it is unlimited. There's much more going on than in this material world. So we are speaking this on the order of our Gurudev, like a daily newspaper. But there's a little difference also. We can learn what is illusion, what is reality, and what is illusion. You just remember birth, disease, old age, death. That is reality. If you hear it every day, one day after 2,000 lifetimes, what is he saying? It takes sometimes, it takes a long time. Then one thinks, something is right in these things. Something is real. Then it starts, when you start thinking about the reality. And what is reality in this world? What we see as reality. This is just like snipping with the fingers and gone. Okay, then we can stop here, I think. Oh, boy. Jai Srila Sridhar Dev Goswami.